he'd fall off the table and he'd fall off other things, and they kind of roll. They don't actually hold on. Now this is not their favorite nipple. Their favorite nipple is out with the bigger beavers. So we'll see. Sometimes they give me a lot of attitude about not having the right nipple. Oh, that tail. Sometimes they'll carry it away and they'll actually bite me. And we put a towel on our lap because they usually pee on me. So I make, ow, good bite. Teeth are getting stronger.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
No, they're gonna, he's gonna, oh, my job is so rough. Oh gosh, you couldn't pay me enough to do this. Wait a minute, I'm a volunteer.
He broke the bone.
So he's gonna work his paws just like a cat or a puppy would up against his mom, which is why I put my hand up there so that he has something to hold on to.
How often do you feed them?
Every 4 hours.
Okay.
And they're just now starting to nibble on some solids, so they'll eat a little bit of their willow and the willow leaves. They're starting to chew a little bit on the bark, but they're not accomplishing much besides kind of denting the bark. They've got rodent block in here, which is a balanced diet for them. And they just learned about strawberries and corn on the cob the other day. And I am not good at telling whether baby beavers are girls or boys. So in the 30 years of doing this, all the baby beavers that I've sexed have been girls, which tells me that only girls come into rehab. Or I'm not good at telling whether it's a girl or a boy beaver. Don't bite. Thank you. Now at this age, they definitely have 2 front teeth and 2 bottom teeth, and their teeth are fairly white, but as they get older, they'll turn pumpkin orange. Hey, bite.
Do we know what happened to the mama?
The mom was, for these guys, the mom and the siblings were shot on a riverbank, and these 2 babies did not get shot. And a guy who was fishing came across them and found the 2 little kids. I'm getting a little beaver attitude there. Don't bite. The littlest one takes a little more coaxing. If I put the bottle to him right off the bat, he typically doesn't eat. So I have to feed the bigger guy first, and he kind of gets in the mood by biting on me, and then he chews. Little beavers in rehab are real prone to respiratory diseases, so we really have to watch their breathing and make sure that we don't have any sort of problems, because they hide the respiratory problems, and then all of a sudden you have a very sick baby on your hand. And we're going to wipe his little face. They don't always appreciate that, just like any little kid.
Thank you guys. Where'd you go with?
Oh, its tail.
Now at this age, my job is so rough. It's a tough life. Little beavers at this age are too buoyant, so even if he wanted to go underwater, he lift it. You got a rock over there.
Are they born swimmers, like from the day one, or?
They do swim. Typically in a lodge at this age. The question is, do I give them a little?
Oh, good job.
Usually they flop right in my lap, soaking wet, so it looks like I wet my pants. At this age, they would still be in the lodge. They're too buoyant to actually leave the lodge on their own accord. So when we typically find baby beavers at this age, it's usually from some foul play that happened. These little guys, we weigh them on our gram scale so that we make sure that we have weight gain going on. I might have to go get that other nipple because he is so refusing this.
You see it? It's right there in the back. See him? He's got his little, he had his little head out. Clear in the back. Oh, it looks like a stove. Snapping turtle. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's like that big. The size of a rock?
Yeah, it looks like a rock.
Okay, I see him now. The rock is now.
I didn't see, they were all sleep. They were sleeping on top of each other. And they got a
How old do you think they are?
This little guy's probably about 2.5 weeks.
Aww.
He's just a little tight.
Your eyes open?
One of the goals with the new center is to have remote cameras in all the nurseries and the outside areas so that you'd be able to log in and find out what's going on in the nurseries and outside animals.
So Rondi, when he gets ready to be released, it's getting really hard, isn't it, to find places to release them because nobody wants them around.
Oklahoma is not necessarily a beaver-friendly state. There are a lot of states that actually are trying to encourage beavers because of all the good things they do to waterways. But Oklahoma doesn't happen to always be one of those states. So yeah, we will have to search because I have 6 this year. So we'll have to search and find people that have properties that are going to be beaver-friendly to get them on and have the right habitat for them.
Do you ever take them out of state if you have to?
If we have to get permits from the Wildlife Department in Oklahoma and whatever state they're going to. We have to have import-export papers. We did pull that off with some other animals from time to time. The river otters that we released went down to Texas to a phenomenal piece of property there and were released down there. It takes a lot more paperwork to do that, but if that's what these animals need, then we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah. We used to see otters along the Buffalo when we canoed over there. Yeah, but I haven't been in a while, but when we did that, there was usually some around somewhere.